Do you love Rosie?
No.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're looking at celebrities whose strained bonds with their children eventually led to estrangement.
Mia had said to me, "You took my daughter, and I'm going to take yours."
Jon Voight. Family fractures can even affect Hollywood royalty, and few examples sparked more public fascination than the rift between Jon Voight and his daughter Angelina Jolie. The seeds of distance were planted early on when Voight separated from Angelina's mother, leaving Jolie largely raised without an active relationship with her father.
Angelina's actor parents divorced when she was a baby, and while there was contact with her father, Angelina was a troubled child who wanted to see more of him.
As Angelina rose to fame, Voight publicly speculated about Angelina's mental health, pleading for her to, quote, get help, something that further pushed them apart.
I think Angie is a very vibrant and very strong personality.
In fact, in 2002, Angelina removed Voight from her name. Today, the father and daughter share selective communication in what is described as a polite but distant relationship.
Because he had the whole falling out with Angelina earlier when he said something about her that she didn't like, and then they patched it up, so he is under pressure not to talk about her.
So what did he do?
He said,
You gotta support your kids. You gotta support your kids.
You gotta go.
He is so scared of getting cut off again.
Owen Wilson. In sharp contrast to his easygoing comedic image, Owen Wilson's personal life includes a quietly painful chapter, one involving a daughter he has reportedly never met.
Back in June, there were reports that he was agreeing to take a paternity test after an unnamed woman claimed that she was pregnant with his child.
She was unnamed because he couldn't say Varuni Voxarati.
Well, now we know who she is.
In 2018, Wilson fathered Lila with his ex-partner Varuni Voxvarates. But despite fulfilling court-ordered financial support, Voxvarates asserts that Wilson has never pursued visitation or custody, remaining absent from Lila's life. It's said that Lila has grown up entirely with her mother and extended family only. And as of this publishing, there are no reports of face-to-face contact between them. Meanwhile, Owen openly maintains active involvement with his two sons from previous relationships.
I've said to both of them, look, I don't care what Uncle Woody and what Uncle Willie do. There's no smoking pot in this house.
Charlie Sheen.
After a text exchange got heated, her dad began sending her, quote, some crazy stuff that caused her to cut off contact.
While Charlie Sheen's professional controversies have fueled tabloids for decades, his relationship with eldest daughter Sammy reflects a heartbreaking emotional fallout.
I move forward, and I maintain my integrity, and I keep my chin up, and I focus on my children.
Born in 2004 to Sheen and Denise Richards, Sammy says she experienced inconsistent contact with her father while growing up. Their relationship saw repeated periods of no communication, sometimes lasting months, all exacerbated by Charlie's widely publicized struggles.
Are drugs the reason they're estranged?
I honestly hope the stuff he was sending me was because he wasn't sober, because I'm like, that would at least make it a little better.
In 2025, Sheen openly expressed regret and provided hope for future healing, noting publicly, including in his Netflix docuseries, that Sammy was the reason he got into recovery.
But just about why did there have to be this added element? And that just the way I felt in that moment, after that moment, thinking back on that moment, it just felt like I'd let her down.
While the relationship remains strained, there are some positive signs that a reconciliation could not be far away. Rosie O'Donnell.
I have a daughter who's in a crisis.
Rosie O'Donnell's estrangement from her daughter Chelsea did not unfold overnight. It slowly unraveled over years, all in the public eye. You see, Chelsea, adopted as a child, grew more distant as she entered her teens, ultimately choosing to live with her birth mother. It's said that period created deep emotional rifts within the family.
She got really upset with me because I wouldn't talk to her about what was going on with, I guess, my life or relationships and stuff.
Rosie and Chelsea briefly reconnected later in the 2010s, but attempts at rebuilding the bond faded and communication again became infrequent. In adulthood, Chelsea has faced personal and legal challenges that further complicated the dynamic.
Rosie sharing this photo of Chelsea before, as Rosie puts it, addiction took over her life.
The former talk show host adding, "I loved her then, I love her now," as she faces a scary future.
And while Rosie continues to express hope for her daughter's well-being, the relationship remains very fractured.
Do you love Rosie?
No. I mean, I care about her, and I hope that she's, okay and doing well. But I think that love is a big word, and I wouldn't really use that.
Tom Cruise. The Tom Cruise-Katie Holmes divorce was not just the end of a Hollywood marriage. It marked the beginning of a long public silence between Tom and his daughter Suri. Born in 2006, Suri became the focus of intense media attention early in life. And after the 2012 divorce, Katie Holmes was awarded primary custody, removing Suri from all Scientology-affiliated circles surrounding Cruise.
Tabloids are already speculating Scientology may have something to do with it. Holmes was raised a Catholic and converted to Scientology before she married Cruise.
Over the next decade, Suri was rarely seen publicly with her father, and reports indicated little to no contact between them. Cruise even stopped discussing Suri in interviews, focusing on professional projects. Suri, meanwhile, built a private life with her mother and eventually dropped her father's last name in school and public contexts.
With her 18-year-old daughter going off to college, Katie telling Town & Country about the major milestone. "Of course, I will miss the close proximity, but I'm really proud of her and I'm happy."
Anthony Hopkins.
I don't like going back to the past, and I get moments, I wouldn't say depression, but weariness. I think, oh God, all this stuff, I don't want to do it again.
Before Anthony Hopkins became an Oscar-winning icon, he faced a far more personal drama: the growing gulf between himself and his daughter Abigail. Following his separation from Abigail's mother in 1972, Hopkins drifted away from family life.
He also lost a relationship with his only child, calling the night he chose to leave his first wife and then one-year-old daughter my greatest regret. And yet I feel absolutely sure that it would have been much worse for everyone if I'd stayed.
Contact dwindled until virtually none remained for decades. A temporary reconnection in the 1990s allowed Abigail to appear in his films, but the healing was short-lived. Hopkins has spoken candidly in later interviews and writings, expressing regret for abandoning fatherhood and yearning for reconciliation that never took hold. Attempts from his current wife to reach out also reportedly went unanswered, with Hopkins maintaining that he would welcome contact.
Abigail never seemed able to forgive me for leaving the family when she was a baby. She had her reasons. I can't blame her for that. That's life. But it was and is a tremendous source of pain.
Curtis 50 Cent Jackson.
Escape, my mixtape that's coming out, is about me escaping from my dad's shadow.
Rap beefs have partially defined 50 Cent's career, but none cuts deeper than the one involving his own son, Marquise. Born in 1996 to Jackson and Shaniqua Tompkins, Marquise was once regarded by the rapper as a motivating force early in his success. But after the rapper and Tompkins separated in 2008, custody battles and accusations fractured the family dynamic.
But I can't tell you exactly what it should look like or what it would look like, because then that's like me being a kid again and just living in my dreams.
Marquise has alleged the emotional disconnect began years before, however, citing a lack of engagement from his father. Public social media exchanges featuring inflammatory remarks only further exposed their strained relationship. Despite expressing openness to reconnecting, Marquise remains distant, keeping the father-son bond in an evolving status.
I don't even know if a sit down can actually restore the situation. It's just more so it's an olive branch. Like, if you up for it, I'm up for it.
Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie may share 6 kids, but following their prickly 2016 split and contentious custody battle, several of the older children have distanced themselves from their famous father.
In a new filing obtained by ET, Angie's asking for $33,000 in legal fees and revealing the emotional fallout of their split, calling it extremely painful and traumatic.
It's been speculated that Maddox, Pax, Zahara, and later Shiloh ceased contact, with some allegedly dropping Pitt's last name. Friends close to the family have described ongoing emotional tensions all connected to Brad and Angelina's feud. While Pitt maintains regular contact with the younger children due to custody terms, relationships remain delicate. With the movie stars still locked in court battles, it remains to be seen if a meaningful reunion will occur.
Their dad, Angie's estranged husband Brad Pitt, told ET last week he just hopes his kids follow their hearts.
I love them to find their own way, find the things they're interested in, find their own voice.
and flourish.
Woody Allen. There is perhaps no estrangement in Hollywood more emotionally charged than between Woody Allen and Dylan Farrow.
Was he the ideal father? You know, probably no, because he worked so much and all of that. But he was their father figure. He took the little ones shopping and bought them, as I said, bought them airplanes and magic tricks, and started bringing all of them to basketball games.
Adopted by Mia Farrow and later by Allen during the pair's relationship, Dylan alleges she was indecently abused by her father at age 7, claims Allen has always denied. The subsequent investigations and media storm in the early 1990s fractured the family.
I had many opportunities in the past. I could have quietly made a custody settlement with Mia in some way and done it in the future. I mean, you know, it's so insane.
Dylan has maintained her account well into adulthood, speaking publicly in interviews and documentaries. It's no surprise then that she has consistently rejected any relationship with her father. Woody, meanwhile, continues to deny any wrongdoing at every turn.
Either she has been coached methodically to tell the story because...
By Mia.
By Mia, yeah.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Elon Musk. The trans daughter of the richest man in the world currently has no relationship with her father, telling Teen Vogue she doesn't even want to think about Elon.
In a rare public stand among celebrity children, Vivian Jenna Wilson took legal steps to cut ties with her father. Born in 2004 to Elon Musk and Justine Wilson, Vivian openly transitioned and changed her name legally, stating she no longer wished to be associated with her father.
I haven't talked to him since 2020. That was almost half a decade ago at this point. Thank God.
The legal documents appear to reflect a decisive personal break rooted in identity and autonomy. Musk has mostly avoided discussing the estrangement directly, commenting only vaguely on broader topics related to gender identity.
So maybe stop demonizing these literal children, or the people around these children who are just trying to help them feel comfortable in their own skin.
Today, Vivian continues living independently with her mother's last name, solidifying one of the most definitive estrangements in the public eye.
This March, after Elon dead-named her on X, claiming she was killed by the quote, woke mind virus, Vivian clapped back with this TikTok, set to a RuPaul's Drag Race quote.
I look pretty good for a dead.
Which of these strained celebrity family ties surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments.